Greetings, I'm SQIT3033 To begin with, the credit is the capacity to borrow money or purchase goods or services with the expectation that one will pay later. And credit risk evaluation is carried out by classifying the applicants into good or bad categories. And data mining includes the discovery of unique patterns from the big data. The traditional static models are working remarkably well in unchanged situations, but not sudden environment, which is such as missing data. Therefore, there is high demand from the banks to develop new models that are able to reduce credit risk. The main objective is to develop predictive model for credit risk assessment using data mining technique, in which the sub-objective is identify important variables, develop predictive model using data mining techniques, and evaluate the performance of the predictive model in assessing credit risk. This study has significant implications on the banking sector, which may benefit students, educators, bank management, and future researchers. The sample size given is 1,000 people at German, 20 attributes, which 7 of them are numerical, while another 13 are categorical. And data mining technique will be utilized in this analysis to discover meaningful data in this sample size.
My name is Ko Hui Min, entry number 256821. Now I would like to present about Chapter 2 Literature Review. We review several previous studies on applying data mining techniques regarding credit risk assessment by the customer. Here is the table for summary of literature review. From this table, we can see that the authors use more than one method on credit risk assessment by the customer. The techniques they use such as logistic regression, decision tree, support vector machines SVM, multi-layer perceptron NLP, neural network ANN, random forest, profit score, and also genetic algorithm.
Readings. In this study, the dataset of customers as applicants in the bank comprised a total number of 1,000 applicants based on their demographic details respectively. In this study, 21 attributes are selected will be used in the analysis. Of these, 20 attributes are treated as the predictor variable, and one variable is treated as a target or reference variable. In this dataset, there are 20 attributes with 7 numerical and 13 categorical. We found out there are some missing data from the dataset. From the information, we can see that there are 1,000 instances in the dataset, while 1.4% from it are missing data. So we had proceeded the pre-processing stage to overcome this problem.
Let us move on to research process. So we have 4 stages in this process. The first one is pre-processing. We are going to replace the missing value with imitation in orange software. So we select the average or most frequent method to use the mean value in replacing the missing value. So this is the result that after the imputation. So stage 2, we have data normalization. So we apply the pre-processed node in orange software to improve the model distribution to make them fit more well aligned to the normal distribution. So stage 3, we have model construction. This is the conceptual framework for the model, which we have data set and we input the data, and we have decision tree and also logistic regression with 5-fold and 10-folds in this model. So this is the overview of the model. And stage 4, we have model comparison and assessment. So how do we compare the model to find the best model? We are going to use different cross-validation, and to assess and compare, we are using AUC and also CA. So this is what we do in orange data mining.
For decision tree model, we discovered that the tree roots for each parameter is exactly the same. So we conclude that the nodes in the top 5 highest percentage, which is first one, if other is 3 and the purpose is 1, 4, or 8, then the credit applicants is likely to be good. If the purpose is 1, 2, 3, 4, or X, which is none, and the employer status is 2 or 4, then the credit applicant is likely to be good. If the purpose is 0, 5, 6, 8, or 9, and the age is higher than 42, then the credit applicant is likely to be good. If the history is 0 or 1, and the purpose is 0, 5, or 6, then it is likely to be bad. If the saving is 4 or 5, and the checking account status is 2 or -1, then the applicant is likely to be good. So the best decision tree model is one with the highest CA value, which is 0.696, which is the number of speed is 3, and for speed with 10 faults of cross-validation.
So now, let us move on to logistic regression with different regularization type and also cross-validation. Since the credit risk evaluation result of the customer is categorical variable, so we are decide to choose logistic regression as one of our methods to assess the model. The cross-validation are selected with 5 and 10 folds, and the regularization type are using rich and also lasso. So first of all, we are seeking for the coefficient for each model. So this is the result from our model. We are comparing the coefficient among the logistic regression model, and this is the result. So from the comparison of the coefficient among the logistic regression model, we can conclude that the no checking account checking equal to 4 seems like the most significant variables in the model. So this is the result we gain from the model. This is what we did, and we put all the result in the table to compare which is the suitable or which is the best model. So after comparing the result, we get that logistic regression by which with 10 folds is the best model, which is 0.788 AUC and also 0.753 CA.
For model comparison, we can note that the best among the best is logistic regression, rich type with 10 folds of cross-validation, which is 0.7534 CA value, and it makes it the best model to evaluate credit risk.
Overall conclusion from this study. We choose logistic regression and decision tree as our method in this research because the credit risk evaluation result of the customer is the categorical variable which categorize the result into two categories, which are good and bad. Here is the table show that the result different between the two techniques.